As a council member, you have oversight over city employees. What strategies would you employ to garner the support of the city department heads for your vision of the future? Lisa, you can start.
Okay, thanks. I think, like I said, I'm preparing to get the job. I'm interviewing, I'm doing my research. That's what you do when you want a job. And so I've already started building those relationships. I continue to meet our city. I can't say enough about how great our city employees are, from Mary to, city manager, our key people at the fire and police departments. I've been attending homeless meetings. I've been attending meetings all the time. So I'm starting to build consensus, and that's what I think it takes to work with a group of people. If you're all, not working together as a team, it's hard to get things done. So not to say that I can't stand up for what I believe. I'm not afraid to take a position, but I want to take an informed position. And I appreciate all our city's employees. Thanks.
Thank you, Lisa. Michael?
So for 23 years of being on Main Street, I pretty much have a standing relationship with the city staff, and I have mutual respect for them, and I would hope that they have mutual respect for me. My vision is usually really grandiose, and I would have a smart train. I would take back the Joe Rodota Trail, or at least part of it, and have a train going and hooking up to the smart train. I would have electric train running up and down the center of Sebastopol, but these are grandiose visions, and the city staff is often very good at pulling me down and getting me back grounded. So I realize that some of that isn't going to happen. So I think that the vision for Sebastopol is collaborative. I think that we all could possibly work together and come up with a vision for Sebastopol of how we want it to look in 20 years or 30 years or 40 years from now.
Thanks, Michael. Great.
So, to an extent, I have oversight of city employees, but really, it's oversight of the city manager. And the city manager manages the city. And respecting the chain of command is critical to the success of the city departments. From working at the city for 8 years, it's very important to be cooperative, supportive, open-minded of city staff, line staff, and department heads. Department heads work hard. They were here before I was on the council. They're going to be here, if I'm fortunate enough to get elected, after. And they're the ones who are running the day-to-day shift. So respecting their staff reports, really streamlining the process so they're not doing redundant studies and calling the question when it's time to call the question, but slowing down enough to the public process that everybody understands. Being respectful, open, honest, critical when the time is needed, and being able to pivot if I make a mistake. I think those are the types of qualities that will help city staff buy into the shared vision that I actually feel like I'm buying into their vision. Thank you.
Thanks, Greg.
I'm a big believer in transparency and responsive government. And what that would look like is I'd like to bring about a participatory budgeting system to poll the public on issues of significant importance. And I think that could help empower the city council and empower our city staff to know what our citizens, what people want us to do. So that's one thing I would like to do. I also think providing clarity on policy is very important too. I wrote a long letter to Jeffrey Weaver commending a police officer for how he dealt with a homeless, mentally ill person who was acting violently in the public space. To really clarify that, in my view, we do not want to give over our public spaces to people to have fits, and yet the police officer de-escalated, stepped back, did not pull any weapons. It was beautifully handled, and so I wrote this long thing which Chief Weaver put on the Facebook page to really show, yes, this is the right way forward. This is the way to deal with it. This is the kind of policy that we support in our community.
Thank you.